This is a special episode of Simple Homemade Life because you are going to get an exclusive tour, right? Nobody else is giving a tour. We're giving the tour of our 100-year-old farmhouse fixer and the progress we are making on renovation. We're showing it all. So I guess it's been a while since we've gone through and shown everything that we've done on the house.
Yeah, I think actually the last video tour we did was the total before. So we've never done a full house during tour. So this is where you're going to get to see everything we've accomplished and what we still have left to do, because this is mid-progress.
And I mean, we've done everything on this house, starting with no foundation, electrical, plumbing, structural, dry rot, pest. I mean, you know what? Let's not just talk about it. Why don't we just show them what we have done?
Yes.
Okay, I know we've talked about this a lot. Just really briefly, this house did not have a foundation underneath it. You can see here it was on beams and boulders and things just sitting in the dirt. And so we had a foundation put underneath it, and we've talked about that, how we got a mason to do it, and we didn't have to lift the whole house. Anyway, so take a look. This was a major thing. We actually weren't sure that we could do it, and we were so thankful that this part was done.
So before we head in the front door, I just want to point out the front door. This is all new. This house actually had two front doors we discovered when we took the old vinyl siding off. We restored the original siding. I'm really excited because this is the original siding that was underneath it. And then we put this door centered in the middle where the two doors were. So that was one of the first things we did the first year. And let's come on in to our living room entryway area. Okay, so this is the entryway, and over there will be the living room, just one big open area. But we did put this wall in. You can see it's only wall board. It needs to be finished. But this is actually replacing a original wall that was here. It was in between the two doors, so maybe not in the exact same spot, but it's the idea that this room was not one big open room. But in order to get that farmhouse feel, we put the wall back in. And so we have a dining room here and an entryway and a living room. And really excited about how that helps it really feel like more of a farmhouse. So we're in the dining room, which is basically just storage of tools and some of the things we have ready to go in the other part of the house. And I did want to show you a couple of things that we're pretty excited about. The first one is this cabinet that I got on Craigslist for like $100. And my sister-in-law came and helped us. She painted it this beautiful green color. And that is going to be our bathroom storage cabinet. And I just think it's going to look so great in there. And you'll see where it's going to go when we go into the bathroom. The other thing I wanted to share is this custom cabinet. There's two of them exactly like this. And my stepfather, the same one who made our vintage cabinet, made these for us. And they're going to be our coffee area. And I just want to show, because I'm so thrilled. These will be glass up here. They'll be painted. And these will be able to just go right back in like that. So we can have a coffee bar area. And this is narrower than normal. So they had to be custom. And he just saved us a ton of money by building these for us. And I can hardly wait till they're done and show you what they look like.
Okay, so what you see here is the entrance from the living room into the kitchen. This originally was just a single little doorway, and so we've widened it, and you can see we've got some work still to do on that. I wanted you to see this. This is what's under all the sheetrock. All the existing walls on the house have wood underneath them. Unfortunately, for most of them, it's wood we can't really use visually. It's kind of patched together, pieces patched together, lots of nails that we're holding on wallpaper or something, some kind of wall cloth. But anyway, what we will do is we'll cover this with the wood treatment that you're gonna see in the bedroom. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and which will be actually really easy to put on because you're tacking it on over wood everywhere. So you'll see that in a minute.
So this is our kitchen area. It was the heart of the house, and it was the place where the stairs are. So that was originally, this simple farmhouse had stairs in the kitchen area. We put this window in. I'm sorry, there was a window there. We put a door in. That just happened recently, and it'll go out on a deck. There's another window going to come, and these stairs have to be redone. So we're waiting on that. I do want to point out that this wall, we're going to restore the parts that don't have the beadboard. This was all original beadboard. We're trying to salvage as much as we can. The whole ceiling is salvageable, and most of the walls are. So we're trying to salvage that. So this area will be the coffee bar where I showed you those custom cabinets that my stepdad built for us. So this is where that will be, with a little sink area and to go out on the deck too. So that's really nice. Then we widened this doorway into the hallway as well. And some of you who've been with us on this will remember that this used to be a wall that went out onto an enclosed porch, and there was a door and a window and the sink here. So this area was the kitchen, and we expanded it out here. We just enclosed the porch, took out that door, put the beam, and now we have this area that we're finishing to be the main kitchen area. This will be an island with a sink, and that'll be the stove wall with cabinets. And you can see that we were just able to finish. We got some reproduction beadboard, and we put it on the ceiling to replicate the original. And then we're taking it down the sides so that it will also look like the original. Super excited about seeing this done with the windows in. This has all just been done recently. So this is going to be our hardworking pantry. It's actually the furnace, so we're working around the furnace. But this whole area will just be floor to ceiling shelves, and this will take the place of any upper shelves that we don't have room for in the main kitchen. So I'm kind of excited. We've got some electrical we put in there, so things like toaster ovens and appliances can be in here. So I'm gonna have to really do some good organizational skills to utilize it. We shared this cabinet before that we have built in, and now it's actually in its place like it's supposed to be. So you can see how the vintage arched cabinet and then the new section that my stepdad built for us, how they coordinate, all painted and in place. So this will be beadboard wall that will replicate the original beadboard. And anyway, I just think this is, doesn't it add, I mean, it adds so much character to the farmhouse. I'm loving that.
Okay, so this is the hallway, which is kind of roomy for a house this size, but here we have some before pictures. I mean, it didn't exist. It was a strange combination of like a closet and a doorway, and above me was a big old boxy thing built to hide plumbing, and kind of a strange closet with pipes. Anyway, we tore it all out and had it redone. We redid part of it and had some framers help us and plumbers. Anyway, it's all been redone, and here's what's now we're really excited about. The ceiling, my brother-in-law took a bunch of wood that we had salvaged when we took apart the bathroom. It's really cool. That's tongue and groove that's stuck together, and we're so excited whenever we can use wood that was originally in the house to reuse it. So he did the ceiling, and then if you come around here, what we're really thinking about for the walls here is doing like a wainscoting, like a floor to ceiling with wood, getting kind of old-fashioned looking wood, and we're gonna put that together. And because the hallway is a transitional place, we didn't want it to have exactly the same walls as the rooms that feed into it, and so that's why we've chosen this look.
So we're in the laundry room, and we shared this with you not too long ago because we did put beadboard on the ceiling, and this is an area we were able to keep the walls. So this is original, huge, 10, 12 inch wide, old growth fir tongue and groove walls. So it's rustic, but we think it's gonna be great for the laundry room. One part we haven't really shared because it doesn't look lovely is this will be a very hard-working area. We'll hold our freezer, and there'll be a little closet for hanging clothes, and then a curtain that's going to cover the water heater. So we're working on that and working on just getting this painted flooring and molding. But there's not a whole lot left to do on this one. It's all kind of finished.
Okay, I'm really excited to show you the master bedroom. It's the one room in the house that 3 of the 4 walls are brand new. They were all added in, framed in, sheetrock. And so what we needed to do to give it the old look to match the farmhouse was to put wood on the walls. And so on YouTube, we found this great idea that looks cool and saves a lot of money, where you rip very thin plywood that's got a veneer, one very, very thin veneer of hardwood, and then you paint that, and it looks like you've got big wood slabs on the wall. And so anyway, just today, in fact, we completed all the walls. These are 11-foot ceilings. I mean, it's nuts. We're up there on that's why we have this scaffolding, and we did it on the ceiling and nailed it to the walls. There's a few pieces that are slightly loose that we'll have to come back and kind of tighten up, but it's basically ready to paint. And it's gonna look great. I mean, I know it looks great as wood, but it's really gonna look great painted white and really lighten it up in here. Here's something else I'm super excited about. In the master bedroom today, finally got the molding done all around our biggest window. And this is the window with $1 million view. And it took an unbelievable number of boards to do this really traditional farmhouse molding. But anyway, it all came together. I had help from my brother-in-law. And of course it needs to be, a little bit of filling and painting, but it is gonna look so good. It just makes that window look so great.
So some of you may have noticed this doorway, and this is going to be our closet. Because we expanded this room 8 feet, it was so narrow you couldn't even fit a queen bed in it. We got to have this really big closet, which I'm excited about. It has a little window in it, and it's going to be covered in really good storage. So what the plan is for here is we have a vintage door, and we're going to make a sliding door on it. So kind of like a barn door, but it's not gonna be a barn door. It's gonna be a sliding door, but not a pocket door. So that'll be coming. So the last room to show you on the main floor is the bathroom that we have been working very hard. Those of you who've been following along have seen the tile situation, and we're done with that, thankfully. So now we're finishing up. We really, in this room, all we have to do is paint, and we can put all the fixtures in, and pretty excited about that. So I did want to show you that this is going to be where that green cabinet's going to live. And you won't see it unless you close the door, because there'll be a door there, but it'll just be great to have that storage. It'll add a nice element, and it's a lot cheaper than built-ins, just to say. Okay, so quickly, this is the shower, finally done, all tiled and ready to go. Well, we need the fixtures in, but other than that, ready to go. This will be the toilet, and this will be the vanity. And I created a mood board to show what this area will look like. The mirror will be there, and some sconces, and the vanity that we've created out of an old dresser. So another fun element to bring in some old vintage vibes to the room. And these walls are the other room in the house besides the laundry room that we were able to salvage all the wood from the house. So these are all original fir tongue and groove boards that we were able to make work in this room. And I think it adds a lot of character. They need to be painted their color, but they bring a lot to the room.
Okay, let's go upstairs. We've really been concentrating on finishing the main living area so that we can move into the farmhouse and live here. And we thought then we would be able to work on the upstairs up here. We've done a little bit of work, and we've kind of discovered some fun things. I mean, just really quick, let me show you. We have a bedroom here, which we're counting as our daughter's bedroom. It's full of stuff, but it has a really pretty view of the woods. We have another bathroom right here, and we're gonna redo that and move some things around, but it's kind of basically solid. It's a half bath. It needs a tub. Here we have, this is really cool. This is gonna be Jamie's workroom, and you can just look at the light. Just see the light on me and her view. She's got more than $1 million view here. And it's really cool. And this actually has original windows. We've been sort of copying the molding on these windows for the windows in the other parts of the house. So part of the fun in an old house, at least for me, is you're tearing stuff out and you wonder, what are you gonna find underneath? And so underneath, they had like a floating floor, like cheap laminate floating floor. And then of course that was on plywood. But under that, and this is really dirty, it was this linoleum that looks like it's like from the 1960s, like from Laugh-In. Like it looks like something Goldie Hawn would be wearing on that show. So anyway, I kind of like that. Oh, but what's really cool is, look, underneath it is classic farmhouse fir flooring. And we're really excited because it's in good shape. And in fact, I want you to come in here. This is gonna be my office. And right now it's all torn apart, but I have been excitedly tearing up the other flooring, the old linoleum and the plywood. And underneath here are these awesome old floors. And so we're gonna paint them. You can see they're painted right now. And so we're gonna come back and we're gonna paint them. And if you care, here's my wall, which I'm gonna leave. This is gonna be the one wall in the house where we're gonna leave it rough wood, at least for the time. I've gotta get this old wallpaper off there. But I just love how the light comes in this window. This is a really nice view and hits the wood there. So, okay, so you saw that the fir floors up in the bedroom, we're gonna be able to paint them and to use them. The rest of the house actually does have old fir flooring, but unfortunately, it's just not usable. For starters, there's no subfloor under it, so any cracks go directly down to the insulation. And then it's in really bad shape, and it's kind of wavy and has some weak spots, and so we're just gonna get a traditional farmhouse floor and put it over the top of it.
One more area that I just wanted to mention, it's not pretty, but when we have the stairs redone, which I mentioned, we are gonna add a closet here for coats because the house doesn't have any coat closet, and in fact lack closets like most farmhouses. So we're gonna put one there, and then I'm gonna have a desk here to work on. So we're gonna try to use all the space in this big kitchen to the best of its ability. So I think that's about it. We showed you every spot of the house. And let us know what you think. Like, we're really excited as this is coming together, and we hope you are too.
Well, that's it for this episode. We hope that it either inspires you or warns you not to think that you can redo an old farmhouse, because it's gonna take forever, right? No, it's happening. It's going quickly. We're really encouraged. So if you haven't yet, please like this video if you like it. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss our next episode, which is gonna be a holiday special that's focusing on gifts that you can make. And I think you're gonna find it really useful. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.